Good afternoon. It's Beth at the Parris house, and I am taking an uncharacteristic sick day, but I thought I would show you a few things that I'm doing here today since I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I lit our wood stove. This is a beautiful Yodel wood stove that we have in the kitchen here at the Parris house. And it's doing a really good job of making the kitchen actually too warm. I'm going to open the door on the way through what I'm showing you. But one thing that I really like to do on a cold winter or fall day is make a simmering potpourri. So this is just a potpourri that I've put on top of the stove in a enamel pot. This particular stove has a cook plate, you can see that, but this is orange, lemon, apples, cinnamon, a little bit of potpourri that's supposed to be used dry, but I put it in here, and some cranberries, which I keep in the freezer all the time just for this kind of purpose or for impromptu sauces or cranberry breads or whatever. I had the oranges already cut up and juiced because I have cold symptoms this morning, and no, I don't think it's COVID because we had a cold go through here that was not COVID over the holidays. But I am going to test anyway. I think it's the cold though. So I'm also doing a little wool cutting over here. Mostly because Heather was going to finish this and we were going to go up to Cheticamp Cabin Company today in Manchester, Maine. You may know that as the home of the Maine Cabin Masters because they ordered some more of our little Sebago loon kits, and we were going to take them up in person, but with me having cold symptoms and not being tested yet for COVID, we decided it would be best not to. So I'm finishing up these kits. I'm going to ship them up to Maine Cabin Masters. If you want to buy these directly from Cheticamp Cabin Company, you can go to CheticampCabinCompany.com. Kennebec is a wonderful Maine native name. It's spelled K-E-N-N-E-B-E-C. So Kennebec Cabin Company. If you put in the search bar on their website, either Parris House Woolworks, that's with 2 R's, Parris, or rug hooking, our kits will come up, and we have all kinds of wonderful patterns, including the elephant pattern that was recently featured on their TV show. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to open this door because you can see that it's 77 degrees in the kitchen. The wood stove is so very effective. So I'm just going to get this doorstop out and let some of that heat go upstairs. Sorry for the break in the video. This is our cutting station for those who haven't seen it before. It's on a Hoosier cabinet, which I suspect is about 100 years old. I think this is maybe a 1920s, 1930s Hoosier cabinet. But what I really wanted to show you today is, those of you who have been to the Parris house know that we have this little room that's just off of the rug hooking studio. And heretofore, my desk, I've had a desk right here, but truth be told, I have a lot of desks in the house, and I didn't really use this desk that much. And just for reference, for those who haven't been here, the rug hooking studio where we have gatherings is just right through this door, and you can see this is a much bigger room. But this is our hooking studio. Here's my book, which is all ready to be signed for you. In fact, I have to ship one out today. And anyway, this is the rug hooking studio. So just as a point of reference, you come through the rug hooking studio and into this room. And generally speaking, this looks out over a really pretty view out through our screen porch, but we have the screen porch winterized right now, so you can't see our view, but that's the screen porch. But anyway, I'm finally getting to it 5 minutes into this video. This is my new Cheticamp frame, and I could not be more excited about this. So I have had this for a while now. This is a Deanne Fitzpatrick Studio Cheticamp frame. I did not buy it directly from Deanne. Lord knows I tried. I stopped into the Amherst studio several times. I didn't want to pay the Canadian to American shipping on it, and I'm in Nova Scotia quite frequently. So every time I stopped in, Deanne was out of stock on these because they're so very popular. I have never hooked on a Cheticamp before, but some people who I admire so deeply hook on Cheticamps exclusively. One of those would be Meryl Cook out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. I love Meryl. I love her work, and I have witnessed her beautiful Cheticamp setup in person, and I have wanted one for so long. So several months ago, quite some time ago in fact, I found this one for sale used. A wonderful maker in West Hartford, Connecticut, which is also where my son and daughter-in-law live, had this Cheticamp frame, and she wasn't using it, and she sold it to me. And it was during the height of the pandemic, and she actually dropped it off in the driveway of my son and daughter-in-law's house in West Hartford. I sent her a check, she dropped it off in the driveway. It was just a wonderful rug hooking exchange. So anyway, I just set it up this morning. You will see that my Cheticamp frame is equipped with some shims under the left-hand side. There's nothing wrong with the Cheticamp frame, but the Parris house is over 200 years old, and this floor leans. If I rolled a marble down this floor, you would see exactly what I mean. So anything that we set here in front of this window has to be shimmed on the left side. So that's what that is. That's not a normal part. So for those of you who have never had a Cheticamp frame, it's really neat. You can see it has gears here. These go into the gears like this. And it allows you to roll the rug. Now, it's going to be, you know, more stable when it's actually got a rug sewn onto it. You sew the rug onto these canvas pieces. You hand sew the edges onto these canvas pieces, and then you can use these hooks on either end to keep the rug taut left to right. So I cannot even tell you how excited I am to use this. And then this piece here, it goes through a hole in one of these pieces, and you can just use that to crank your the roller bars as you're working on the piece. Now, a lot of people ask, well, you know, how do you work toward yourself? Now, I'm a rug hooker. Who does work, I hook toward myself and turn my frame. This is going to be a very different experience for me because obviously you're not turning a Cheticamp frame as you're working. So you have two options. You can either work in all directions. If you're doing directional hooking, you can work in all directions, or and you have to learn to do that. It's a slightly different feel. I have practiced that a bit and feel that I'm going to really learn it on the Cheticamp. Or you can hook non-directionally, the way Deanne Fitzpatrick does, the way Meryl Cook does. I'm thinking of some of Sarah Layton's work. A lot of people are hooking non-directionally with lots of beautiful textured alternative, well, what people call alternative materials. I have issues with that term, but for lack of a better term, that's a great term for, you know, things like roving, thick, bulky yarn, silk, all of those things that are a little less traditional than wool on linen. So at any rate, I plan to put a big, big piece of linen on this and just play. This is my play spot. I have done a lot of very traditional hooking. I have done a lot of, you know, I have done some abstract. One of my abstract pieces is in the current issue of Making magazine, and I loved every minute of making that. This is the kind of frame where I feel like I can really play, get a little more abstraction into my work, and just probably have a big pile of a big pile of fiber right in this corner here. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. I will keep you posted on how things are going with the Cheticamp frame. I really do want to do more playful hooking as a general rule. I'll just go into the studio so that we have some more interesting visuals as I speak. I really do want to start hooking a little bit more for myself. I have been doing the traditional studio model for, well, since 2013 now. And it's very time consuming. It's very consuming. And 2022 is going to be a year for me to really start expanding and playing. We will still have the shop, of course. You may always come online and shop for the very highest quality materials from us for your own rug hooking, but I'm going to be looking for other areas to explore during 2022. So that's it. I just wanted to show you my new toy. And I think you can hear my voice how excited I am about it. And anybody with experience with a Cheticamp frame, by all means, send me your pros, your cons, things you love, things you don't love, and I'll make more videos as I get a project going on this. Have a great day. Bye.